Welcome to Profit Trader. Today we will analyze the following movements that can be expected in the stock market, the main supports and resistances, and possible entry points. I invite you to subscribe, activate notifications, and push the like button. Regarding the weekly performance, we can observe that all the sectors comprising the S&P 500 had a drop of over 1%. But, the cyclical consumer sector and real estate were the ones that experienced the largest declines, with around 5% and 4% respectively. These declines in the sectors were mainly due to the increase in the yield of the 10-year bonds in the United States, as can be seen in the following graph. This is mainly because major fund managers prefer to have their assets in fixed income investments. Therefore, when government bond yields increase, they become more attractive. As a result, the S&P 500 experiences a decline. Regarding the stocks that make up the S&P 500, we can observe that nearly all of them experienced some corrections. Among the most notable ones, we can see Tesla with a drop of approximately 11%, Meta Platforms with an approximate 6% decline, Bank of America with an approximate 7% decline, and CVS with an approximate 11% drop. On the other hand, we also had stocks that experienced significant upward corrections. Among these, Nvidia stands out with an approximate increase of 6%. This stock will be further analyzed in the video as it will share their quarterly results this week. Observing the behavior of the S&P 500, we can see that it experienced significant corrections during the past week, breaking its support levels at 4450 and 4380. As a result, the next notable support level is expected to be around 4,300. The previously mentioned supports at 4454 and 4380 will now become its resistances. It's important to mention that the Federal Reserve will hold its annual meeting in Jackson Hole on August 24th, which could potentially lead to increased volatility in the stock market. If it breaks the support level of 4,308, the next support could be found around the 4,200 point levels. Considering the last points, we might anticipate that the RSI, Relative Strength Index, of the SPX could be reaching oversold levels on August 24th of the current year. Regarding the Canadian TSX Index, it experienced a significant downward correction, breaking its support at 20,230 points and its support at 20,130 points, while confirming the support at 19,700 points. Considering the above, its main support will remain at the 19,700 point levels, and its next support will be the ascending white trend line. Observing the behavior of the Mexican IPC index, we can see that it broke its support at 53,290 points. As a result, this level will become its main resistance for the upcoming week, while the support at 52,821 points will remain valid. It's important to highlight that the IPC has maintained a sideways trend for most of the year, from January 27 to the present date. Considering the above, we need to closely monitor the support at 52,420 points. If this support is broken, there could potentially be a significant downward correction. Analyzing the Argentine Merval index, we can see that it broke through its two nearest resistances at 506,719 points and 476,000 points. This bullish movement is mainly attributed to the primary elections that took place in Argentina a few weeks ago. Considering the above, the next upward momentum that we might anticipate could be approaching the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level, which corresponds to 601,618 points. Regarding the Brazilian index, Bovespa, it broke its support at 116,500 points. As a result, this support level will now become its first resistance. The next support is expected to be at the 23.6% Fibonacci retracement level, approximately around 116,400 points. We will now analyze Bitcoin against the US dollar. In a previous video, it was highlighted that Bitcoin could make a move towards the 25,000 level, and this movement indeed occurred on August 17th of the current year. This was largely attributed to Elon Musk selling a significant portion of his Bitcoin holdings. Considering the movement that occurred during the week, we need to closely monitor the 25,000 level. Its main support will remain at the 25,000 level, while its resistance is at the 27,000 level. If the 25,000 support is broken, we should be anticipating the next decline to levels around 23,100 points, corresponding to its 50% Fibonacci retracement level. Observing its technical indicators, we can see that its RSI is heavily oversold. The last time such an oversold movement occurred, Bitcoin remained in a sideways trend for an extended period. We need to pay close attention, as it's likely that Bitcoin will enter a sideways trend between 25,000 and 27,000 points before making its next upward movement. And finally, we will analyze the stock of Nvidia, which is scheduled to release its earnings report on August 23 of the current year. In the current year, Nvidia has experienced a growth of approximately 230%, largely driven by the boom in the artificial intelligence and semiconductor sectors. Following its last earnings report, Nvidia has grown by around 50%, as evident from the chart. If we look at the price targets set by various analysts for Nvidia stock, we can see that the average price target is around $518. Considering this, there is a potential increase of approximately 19.7% over the next 12 months. On the other hand, we need to closely monitor the performance of government bonds during this week. If these bonds continue to rise, there is a possibility that Nvidia's stock could experience a significant decline. Considering the above, it's crucial to keep a close watch on the support levels at $400 per share, $370 per share, and $316 per share. Its main resistance will remain at the $442 per share level. Lastly, we should observe whether its RSI is in a downtrend, as it might reach oversold levels during this week or early next week. This could potentially present a favorable entry point to buy Nvidia stock. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to subscribe, turn on notifications, and like the content. Also, if you'd like us to analyze a particular stock, feel free to write your suggestions in the comments section.